Hey everybody, it's Carrie here from KRLC Studio, and today's video we're going to talk about how to make an intro for your tutorial videos. So you may ask yourself, why is an intro to my tutorial so important? Well, you want to hook your viewer to stay and watch. You want your viewer to know why you're unique. Lets your viewer take a peek of what you're going to show them, so your viewer gets to know you and your style. It sets the mood or tone of your video, and it's a good habit that sets you apart from all the other tutorial videos. So how long should my intro be? Well, generally it's between 5 to 10 seconds. It also depends on how you want to introduce your tutorial. In episode 3, I included a hook, my animated intro, and my welcome face shot that took about 55 seconds. And I wouldn't do your intro more than a minute long. Sometimes I only use my animated intro, which is only about 3 seconds long. Then I introduce myself, what I'm doing, and then I get right into it. What kind of intros can I make? Here are 5 ideas to make intros for your video tutorials. The first one is to have a beautiful nature scene or the scene around your work desk. Another one is an animated intro, and I'm going to show you how to do that in Canva in just a few minutes. Next, a welcome face shot. Perhaps a funny intro like I did in episode 3. Or you could show the completed piece and introduce your video that way. If you're interested in creating a 3 to 6 second animated intro, let's go to Canva and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, we're in Canva. You can sign up for their free account. If you want all the bells and whistles like I have, you can pay for the pro account, but you can completely do this intro using a free account. So sign up for your Canva account. To create an intro, you want to come up here to your right top and where it says create a design, click on that. And you want to scroll down where it says video, and you want the dimensions of 1920 by 1080, and that's what you want because that's the dimensions of your video that you're making. Click on that, and it'll bring up this blank screen here. Now, how I did mine is that I used one of these templates here, but you can do this from scratch. Come up here to where it says background color, and you can just choose a background color, like any color that you want. If you want to put in your text after your background color, select text. You can choose any of these text groups or font groups that they have here, whatever style kind of suits your own needs. But if you just want to not use any of them, you just have to add a heading here, click on that, put in your name of your channel, what I would put in. So my channel is KRLC Studio. Okay, and if I don't like that font, I can come up here to the top left and click on this arrow and come down and choose a font. Now, if you see a font or an element or a graphic that has this little crown here, that means that you only can use that, and that's for a pro user like I have. But since we're doing this on a free account, you can choose a font here that's free, like Quicksand or your playlist script. And let's choose that one because I like that one. If you want to add an icon or an image here, just come over here to the left and select elements and then type in what you would like or prefer. So say it's like art supplies. At the top here, there's many that you can choose from. This is all of the items that are referring to art supplies. So if you just want a photo, just click on photo. If you want it to be a graphic, say like that, you can do that. If you want to do your channel name plus what you offer on your channel, you'll have to create another slide as well. So first of all, let's go back and let's go into graphics and let's choose this graphic because that's a cool graphic, okay? So say I choose that, and I want to say I want to animate my text. So I click on the text and I go to animate here at the top. So I click on animate, and if I just scroll over and not click them, but if I scroll over, it'll show me what it will do. So rise, pen, fade, tumble. Let's do fade, okay? If I also want to do that animation to this graphic here, I just click on the graphic and I'm still in my animate. Make sure you're in animate. And once again, you can select anything that is there. If I want another slide telling my viewer what tutorials or what my channel is all about, I just come up here to the right side where it says duplicate page. I click on that and now my page is duplicated. This is my second slide and I just put my cursor where I want to go and say my channel is about step-by-step tutorials. So I'm going to put that in here, step-by-step tutorials. Okay, and say I want to do something a little bit different with that. So I click on that on my text and I come up here into effects. I'm just showing you one of the effects. And I want that to be curved around my image here. So I just click on curved. I can just move this up and down of how curved I want that to be, right? So that's kind of cool. This animation is right now is 10 seconds long. It shouldn't be that long. So I click on my first slide here and I come up, edit timing, if you can see that. It's by this little time watch here. And I want to reduce that down to say like 2.5 seconds. Okay, I have that on there. I come down to my next slide and I click on that, go back to my timing or my edit timing, and I reduce that down to 2.5 as well, the same as the top. Now I only have a 5-minute, and for your intro or your animated intro, you don't want any more than 3 to 5 seconds. So if I want to see what this looks like, I just come up here, click on that, and it shows me. And I can always go back and change any of these animation of what I want my animation to look like. If you don't want to create your info from scratch, you can do it using a template. You come up here to templates on your left-hand side, and this is the templates that Canva has and offers you. And there's many that you can go through, but I've selected this one, so let's select that one. Now each one of these you can use, or you can use all of them, whichever you wish. But your animated intro should only be about 5 to 6 seconds long. Let's choose this one up here. So I like that one. So once again, we select in the middle and we type in the name of our channel. Okay, and we can increase that. Like that. Once again, we can also come over here, change our font. Let's change it to that. Okay, put that anywhere that we want. So next I want to change this picture because this mother and her child has nothing to do with my channel. So if I want something different than that, I come back over to elements and I've typed in the art supplies here and I look in photos. So because we're on a free account, we're going to come up here to this little icon here, select free and apply filters, and all of these now are free. So we can go through and look. So this one's kind of cool. So that kind of looks like a creative journalist desk to me. So you just select that and drag it over into there. That's kind of cool. If I want to change where this is, but I don't want to change the circle, I just double click and I can just move this around if I want to, like that. Okay. If I want to make a second slide telling my viewer what I do on my channel, I just come up here to duplicate page. Once again, click on my text and type in what I do on my channel. Once again, my intro here is 10 seconds long, and that's too long. I don't want it that long. So I'm going to click on the first slide, come up here to my edit timing, reduce it down to my 2.5, come to my next slide, reduce that down to 2.5. Okay, now I come back up here and it's 5 seconds long, and that's about as long as you want. So say if I want to just animate this flower, I just select on that element and come up here to animate. Now I have an option now. I can animate just that element if I want, or if I want the whole page animated, I switch over here to page animations and it will animate the entire page for me. Glide over here. So I think I'm going to do tumble because that's kind of cool. So I'm going to select tumble. Okay, so I want to come back up here to where I can see my whole animated video, and that's the 5 seconds. So I click on that and it'll show me what that looks like. If I want the second page animated, I have to go back. Let's see, so scroll down, I just click on this, but I want to go back to my page. Maybe I want that to look different. Maybe I just want that to be my photo zoom in. I come back up here if I want to see my whole video. So you can select anything that you wish. Let's talk about audio. So if I want to add a music track to this, I can do that through Canva. So I come over here to my left side and I click on audio. And because I want only the free, I make sure that it's on the free. I select free and apply filters. Okay. And let's see, this dragonfly looks interesting. So I just have to click on that. Okay. So what's the wonderful thing about this audio is that it will select it, but it will select it and it will play for the duration of your video here, which is 5 seconds long. If I don't want this to be at the very beginning, I can if I want, but if I don't want that, I want to choose somewhere else on this audio here, I can just select it and just move it around. So say I want that part right in there, I just have to come up here and select the 5 seconds again. And it will play the duration of my video, which is 5 seconds. Now, I want to download this to use in my videos. I just select download, and this is what I want. I want my MP4 video. So what this is going to include all of the slides, everything that you've just created, plus the audio track, all in one, into one video. You just have to select download here, and it will download to your computer, wherever you have your downloads. Then you can upload this animated video into your tutorial as you edit. And that is the basics. There's so many more things that you can do and play with. So I would suggest you come onto Canva, you really do a lot of playing and make your video the way you want it to look and to sound like and to be. So, but Canva is really your one-stop shop for creating animated intros. So, happy intro making.
There are definitely do's and don'ts for intros. The first one, animated intros shouldn't be longer than 5 to 6 seconds long. The second, no waving hands. Waving your hands vigorously at the beginning of your video is not only annoying to some people, but incredibly distracting, especially to those with epilepsy who find that visually very overwhelming for them. So don't wave your hands. We're going to talk more about hands in a later video. Number 3, first impressions count. Make it personable, and after a while, your returning viewers will know your style and how you communicate with them just through your intros. Number 4, get to the meat quickly. If you want to include some of the intro ideas that I mentioned before, just make sure that it's not more than a minute long. I find humor breaks the ice, and generally people forgive a longer intro if there's humor involved. Remember, it's all about the hook. But I wouldn't make it more than a minute long, or they might skip to the next video. Having an intro is a completely personal preference, but it does bring a special quality to your tutorials. Thanks for watching today, and I hope you found something useful that you can think about and use in your tutorials. Until next time, a little bit of what you fancy does you good.